What does it take to turn a midnight idea into a global AI platform? In 2021, 3 recent graduates gathered in a cramped garage, fueled by coffee and curiosity. Their vision: an AI-powered video editing tool that could understand context like a human editor. With no funding, just a shared laptop, and a relentless belief in the power of generative models, they began building what would become Runway AI. Today, that same prototype powers millions of creators worldwide. In the next 12 minutes, we'll unpack their journey, how data, daring, and design converge to rewrite the rules of startup success. Ready to see how a garage can launch a revolution? The first prototype of SynthAI was built in just 3 weeks, using open-source frameworks like PyTorch and TensorFlow. The founders focused on 3 core principles: accessibility, speed, and transparency. By packaging complex models into drag-and-drop widgets, they reduced the learning curve from months to minutes. Early user testing revealed a 70% drop in time to deployment for small businesses, a metric that caught the eye of angel investors. Data showed that 42% of early adopters were non-technical marketers, proving the market demand for user-friendly AI. This validation phase taught a vital lesson. Before scaling, you must prove that your technology solves a real pain point for a broad audience. With a minimum viable product in hand, SynthAI entered its first go-to-market sprint. The team leveraged growth hacks, targeted LinkedIn ads, partnerships with university hackathons, and a free tier that let users generate up to 1,000 AI predictions per month. Within 6 months, the user base exploded to 15,000 active creators, and monthly recurring revenue crossed the $100,000 mark. Crucially, the startup tracked key metrics: customer acquisition cost, churn rate, and net promoter score to iterate rapidly. The data revealed a churn of only 5%, indicating strong product-market fit. These numbers not only attracted seed funding of $2 million, but also validated the hypothesis that democratized AI could thrive outside the enterprise sphere. Scaling from a handful of users to tens of thousands introduced a new set of challenges. The original monolithic architecture strained under heavy inference loads, leading to latency spikes that threatened user experience. To address this, SynthAI migrated to a microservices framework hosted on a multi-region cloud provider, implementing auto-scaling groups and container orchestration with Kubernetes. Performance metrics improved by 45%, and cost efficiency rose thanks to spot instance bidding. This technical pivot illustrates a broader truth for AI startups. Robust infrastructure is as critical as innovative algorithms. By treating scalability as a product feature, not an afterthought, SynthAI turned a potential bottleneck into a competitive advantage. Visibility skyrocketed when SynthAI secured a speaking slot at the Global AI Summit. The founders presented a case study on how their platform reduced content generation costs for a major e-commerce brand by 30%. The audience response was electric, generating 12,000 new signups within 48 hours. Media coverage followed, with features in TechCrunch, Wired, and Bloomberg. This exposure not only amplified brand awareness, but also opened doors to strategic partnerships with cloud providers and data labeling firms. For emerging AI ventures, the lesson is clear. Leverage high-impact platforms to tell your story, and let data-driven results do the talking. As growth accelerated, SynthAI faced an ethical crossroads: how to ensure responsible AI use while maintaining rapid innovation. The team instituted an ethics board composed of AI researchers, legal experts, and community advocates. They introduced bias detection pipelines, transparent model documentation, and a user consent framework that complies with GDPR and emerging AI regulations. Early audits showed a 22% reduction in biased outputs across language models. By embedding ethics into the product lifecycle, SynthAI not only mitigated risk, but also built trust with enterprise clients, positioning itself as a leader in responsible AI. This proactive stance demonstrates that ethical rigor can be a market differentiator, not a hurdle. With a solid product, scalable infrastructure, and ethical safeguards in place, SynthAI entered its Series A round. The pitch deck highlighted 3 key metrics: 200,000 monthly active users, 35% month-over-month growth, and a $15 million ARR forecast for the next fiscal year. Investors were attracted by the clear unit economics and the untapped potential in emerging markets like Southeast Asia and Latin America. The round closed at $12 million, led by a top AI-focused venture firm. This capital infusion enabled the launch of localized language models, expanded the engineering team, and accelerated go-to-market strategies across 5 new regions. For founders, the takeaway is that disciplined data storytelling can turn visionary ideas into fundable realities. Armed with fresh capital, SynthAI embarked on a global expansion mission. The team localized their platform into 10 languages, integrated region-specific data sets, and partnered with local incubators to nurture AI talent. Within a year, the platform powered over 1 million AI-generated assets for brands ranging from indie creators to Fortune 500 companies. Revenue from international markets grew to 48% of total income, confirming the hypothesis that AI democratization has universal appeal. This phase underscores a pivotal insight. Scaling globally isn't just about translation. It's about cultural relevance, compliance, and building ecosystems that empower local innovators. The real proof of SynthAI's success lies in the stories of its users. A boutique retailer reported a 25% increase in conversion rates after deploying AI-crafted copy. A university art program launched a virtual gallery that attracted 30,000 visitors worldwide, all generated with SynthAI's image synthesis tools. Even NGOs leveraged the platform to analyze satellite data, accelerating disaster response by 18 hours. These outcomes illustrate the multiplier effect of accessible AI. When technology is in the hands of creators, the ripple reaches economies, cultures, and communities. For aspiring founders, the message is clear. Focus on tangible impact, and the numbers will follow. Looking ahead, SynthAI is charting the next frontier. Generative AI for real-time decision support. The roadmap includes multimodal models that combine text, image, and sensor data to power autonomous customer service agents and predictive maintenance tools. The company is also investing in open-source research collaborations, aiming to contribute 10% of its engineering hours back to the community. By aligning product evolution with emerging market needs, like low-code AI for non-technical teams, SynthAI positions itself at the nexus of innovation and accessibility. This forward-thinking approach reminds us that sustainable growth stems from continuous learning, community engagement, and a willingness to reinvent the product narrative. SynthAI's story is more than a success metric. It's a blueprint for the next generation of AI entrepreneurs. Key takeaways: validate early with real users, build scalability into the DNA of your product, embed ethics as a core feature, and never stop amplifying impact through community and partnership. The journey from dorm room to global stage shows that with data-driven decisions, relentless optimism, and a focus on human-centric outcomes, any startup can turn a spark of curiosity into a transformative force. As you embark on your own AI venture, remember that the future belongs to those who dare to democratize intelligence. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into SynthAI's rise. If you found inspiration in their journey, hit the like button, share with fellow innovators, and subscribe for weekly stories that decode the world of AI startups. Drop a comment below with the biggest lesson you'll apply to your own project, and let's build the next wave of AI pioneers together. Until next time, keep experimenting, keep scaling, and keep believing that technology can change the world, one startup at a time.